something. Okay, so hello, welcome to another video. I hope you guys enjoyed my championship predictions. Got a comment telling me that they were a bit surprised I put Coventry in second, I think, but we'll see at the end of the season. Who knows? Maybe I was correct. But now, today I've come to complain to you about Premier League teams, specifically the teams, specifically the newly promoted teams, because clearly there is a problem where the gap between the championship and the Premier League is becoming a lot bigger. So I wouldn't be surprised if a team would suffer. The only thing that pisses me off is that these idiotic managers, knowing that their newly promoted teams are not going to be able to put up to the standard that maybe a Fulham would give you, will constantly be trying to play like prime Barcelona. Why? This is specifically why in the past few seasons I've been predicting the newly promoted clubs to immediately go back down, because at this point I don't see the use. Like, I was so happy when I do you think I wanted to be happy that Scott Parker is coming back to the Premier League? That's like celebrating that Sean Dyche became the manager of Liverpool. What the heck am I supposed to do with that? But no, when I saw Sean Dyche, when I saw Scott Parker coming in with Burnley and seeing their defensive record, I genuinely almost did a backflip, because I was so glad that finally a championship team that knows that we are not gonna be passing around the back like we are prime Barcelona, but rather we are gonna be getting constantly dominated, and we should rather maybe play a low block and hit on the counter with fast wingers and a slightly oddly clinical striker. But no, I had to suffer through watching Russell Martin for so many weeks, dominating possession, and then me just watching Southampton get played by one goal because their strikers are completely useless. Oh my days, these teams gave me so many headaches. Do you know how sad it was to see a newly promoted team come up, them to play some idiotic football, and the manager to dip? Now, obviously, this does not help that Vincent Company did exactly this with Burnley, and he got a job at Bayern, and he's usually there winning Bundesliga. This was encourage so many managers to do the same thing. Look at Russell Martin. I think he just went to Rangers. Rangers. He should not be anywhere near Rangers. Why is he there? Oh, because he could play slight tiki-taka football with what's his name, Flynn Downs in his center midfield. I don't know whether that's correct, or Will Smallbone. I don't know whether he's still at Southampton. Like, why? I don't want to see Will Smallbone trying to play long passes, trying to. I can't really explain it, because I'll be watching Southampton try and fail to pass around the back. I mean, if I am a Southampton defender, I'm not listening to the manager. Because what do you expect me to do when I'm seeing Erling Haaland running towards me, this 6 foot, whatever, behemoth of a Norwegian man running towards me and teaching me to play tiki taka with my mate who just got this gig from the championship? Like, no, I am not doing that. So obviously this season I have more hope. Now I am literally expecting Sunderland to go back down, because I don't believe they will be able to do that much. I have hope in Leeds, and most of all Burnley, just because of Scott Parker and his defensive material. Like, if these clubs do not understand what it means to be a newly promoted club, these managers do not understand, these clubs do not understand. Like, I don't want to see tiki taka. This is not the Syria. This is not the Syria where you can be playing beautiful football, and then your team will somehow stay so that you can show that your technical ability is good. Like, sure, you'll be able to show that you are good at managing and your style of play is very attractive. But you are doing that all to the detriment of your own team. Like, dude, look, one of my favorite newly promoted teams from this area is Nottingham Forest. Because look at what they were doing under Steve Cooper. They were literally some ragtag defensive ass team that was defending for their lives. But look at them. After like 2 seasons, they were able to stabilize themselves. They got Nuno Espirito Santo, who plays a more attractive, but it's defensive and all that nonsense. But he plays a more like attractive, better version of the football. And now look at them, they are in Europe. This is I think what I liked about Leicester. This is why I predicted Leicester to be promote to stay in the league last season. Although YouTube didn't allow me to upload that video because it was like 19 minutes long. But this is what I liked about Leicester. Look at Leicester when Steve Cooper was around. Yes, sure, they didn't look that good, but they were broke. They were defensively straight. They were 14th, and they weren't. Sure, you think that they were suffering a little bit, but they were winning games. But immediately when they decided to ditch the old reliable solution of using a manager with a Sean Dyche-esque managerial tactics so that you could stabilize yourself and stay in the Premier League, gain that Premier League check and that Premier League status to sign better players so that you can start playing that more progressive, fanciful football. But instead, right now seeing some random championship player who got both last season trying to pass around the back whilst like some pressing machine like Liverpool comes towards them. No shit that they are not going to be able to do anything. Now, now back to my hope in this new season. Now you see, I have most of my hope in Burnley that Scott Parker will do some miraculous stuff, and I also have some hope in Leeds because right now Leeds are buying like tall, physical players, which is definitely understanding their assignment. So right now, I just hope that they will understand the assignment, and maybe I will finally not watch the three newly promoted contest to be who was the worst. And yeah, that's all for today. Like and subscribe in it. I'll I won't upload for the next few weeks until like the 24th of August because I'm going on vacation. Yes, sir. And I'll see you next time. Peace.